Alright guys, update time? This has to have come out less than an hour ago. I really don't know what's in this. I haven't looked through this yet, so let's find out together. Well, we do know some of the stuff. So these are the 1v1 map pool, pick winners, nearly 5,000 votes for cast, that's great. Four Lakes Hideout, Golden Pit, we've all seen those before. And Valley, Oasis, Lombardia. Valley seems very popular, I don't really know why, it's just a big Mongol fest. Oasis is, it's a closed map, people like it. And Lombardia is also another pretty good map, that's all good to see. Oh yeah, we'd have the Mongol event now. Oh, okay, these... I was gonna say this icon's pretty great. It's the Mongol guy with the falcon. And then there's the frickin' siege ram with fire on it. And sunglasses, apparently. Yeah, people are gonna like that one. So, yeah, it's just an event. Land Nomad was added to both the ranked team game pool and in unranked matches. This is actually a complete coincidence with Big Nomad Cup, Ornlu's Big Nomad Cup. And Land Nomad is in the map pool for that. So mine is going to be a different script than this one. So we'll have to see how my version varies from the official version. Stability and performance is all good. Functionality. New, added a player lookup feature to the profile menu. This allows you to easily search for players and add them to a clan, mute or unmute their chat, ban them from your lobbies, report to the World's Edge support team. Good. Anything that makes finding player profiles in-game a lot easier is better because we have AoE2.net, but we shouldn't have to use it. A lobby ban. Oh, okay, that's good. Graphics, okay, that's fine. That's also fine. Ooh, this is actually important. Face the issue where the attack notification sound would not play in occasion, circumstances where it normally should. Good. That was actually a really annoying one. Age advancement is in global queue, that's fine. Fix the instances of distorted okay, the fine. That seems all good to me. Remove the mixer button from the main menu. Feels bad, man. New hotkey to quickly find the drop relic command, okay. Okie dokie. Will not properly spread to nearby idle farms. Okay, that's nice. Multi-building production queue now takes the training time of queued items. Oh, that's nice. So I assume that means, like, if you have, say, like, the Paladin research tech coming, you would, like, queue up 2 Cavalier at a second stable because it's quicker to make 2 Cavalier than wait for Paladin to tech to finish. At least I assume that's what it is, which would be pretty nice. Oh, this is something I really like. Double-clicking a herdable animal will now select all herdables instead of a single type. So double-clicking a sheep will also select nearby goats and cows. So that's good, because a lot of the times, like, you want to double-click on a sheep or something, and then it's like the 2 sheep would move, and then the 2 goats are still there. And yeah, that was just kind of needlessly annoying. Riderless horses and camels can now be transported into transport ships. All right. Alt and right-clicking with a selected unit will prioritize attacks on enemy units. So Alt plus right-clicking a building or resource will result in a move command instead of another action. Yeah, this is a new feature. I think it's like a new attack move, but it doesn't like target buildings. All right. No longer immediately repack when after unpacking they then have to move. Okay. That's all fine. Not always acknowledge a new movement command, yeah. Alright, that's good. The Scythians now have access to gold mines. They made gold units anyway, so I don't know if that's just an AI change or whatever. Starting units now respect the impassable aspect of the impassable terrain. Oh, I assume this is like when you're just going out to the camp in the north. I know this isn't really like relevant to most people, but since I'm kind of the campaign guy, I think might as well go over it. Fixed an issue which prevented players unlocking. Oh, this one was a really annoying one. Just because you had to wait forever. A prompt suggesting that Ivelo has died will no longer display when he dismounts on his horse. Feels bad, man. Leloi 5, mission objectives now state that the player must capture the monument in the city of Neon as part of the victory condition. Okay. Pre-built barracks no longer spawn units in locations where they are trapped. Okay. Oh, yay! This one annoyed me because, yeah, chemistry not being available to be researched was making elephant archers a lot worse than they needed to be. Harold's landings are no longer thwarted by transport ships blocking his units. Feels bad, man. All right, Civ balance changes. This, I'm really interested to see what this is. I'm not entirely sure all of these, so let's get into this and think. Battle elephants reduce trample damage from 50% to 25%. Big nerf to elephants. I mean, you're really cutting in their damage right there. 50% trample damage is now only 25%. So say like an unupgraded battle elephant, they would do 6 damage to nearby units, and now they only deal 3 damage. There we go. So that really helps, especially units that tend to clump around the elephants. So units like, say, halberdiers especially come to mind as, you have a lot of those little pokey guys running around, Mr. Pokey Poke, and then the elephant, they surround the elephant, but the elephant's trample damage just damages so much of them that a lot of them end up dying. Now that's going to happen half as quickly, I guess. So that is a big nerf to elephants. They're still going to be super good. Don't worry, guys, especially in team games, but definitely a big nerf to them. Condos, attack increase from 9 to 10. Condos are still pretty bad, but this definitely helps make them a lot more viable. It's so weird because they're really good in situations where you want infantry units, but you don't want all the time and resources in getting all the upgrades. So condos, of course, like if you're like landing on a water map where you have Italians anyway, that's usually when you make condos. So now they're just going to be a little bit better. Maybe you can see them a bit more situationally. And of course, if you're doing one of those fun team game strategies where you have like Burmese condos or something with all the extra attack, I guess those are a bit better now. Sure, why not? Byzantines! Oh, this is one I've wanted forever, man. Elite Cataphract. Reduce the food cost of the upgrade from 1,600 food to 1,200 food. The gold cost is unchanged. This brings the tech's cost in line with pretty much all of the other heavy cavalry unique techs. Elite Cataphract was always way too expensive for, like, no reason. Just a legacy thing from Age of Kings where Cataphracts and War Elephants, I think, were the only melee cavalry unique units. I think so. And yeah, now they were like way more expensive. Now Elite Cataphract is a lot cheaper. This is a huge deal. It's just a unit that's so hard to get up and running. And this one works in tandem. 1,000 food down to 800 food. Again, Cataphracts were way too food intensive to get up and running, so that's also good. Ooh, Pathfinding. Now provides 1/1 armor to condottieri. So condos have 1 base melee armor and 0 base pierce armor. So they'll have 5/5 armor fully upgraded, I think. Yeah. That's not half bad. Essentially, like, you can pretend the unit now is like a 2/1 armor. Like, I don't know, Cataphract. They're still going to be weak to archer units, but they're definitely going to be a little bit better in melee battles as well. But obviously, you need a castle to do this, so it's not something that lends itself to the strength of the unit, which is the timing in which they can be produced. Like, you hit Imperial Age with your cheaper Imperial Age, and then you just make some condos, and feels good, man. It's less likely to be a factor, but it's still nice to have in more protracted scenarios. Koreans. As a civilization bonus, military units except siege weapons now cost 20% less wood, and it was 15%, and then they bumped up the cost of the war wagon and turtle ship to compensate. Just a little bit, though. So now war wagons are even a little bit cheaper. Now it's 92 wood as opposed to 94, so it's, what, 92 wood, 60 gold, something like that? Yeah, war wagons are even better now. And looks like they are 1 wood cheaper for turtle ships. I mean, this was mostly done just to offset the increase in bonus, but now this is all good. The thing with Koreans was that military units that aren't siege units tended to cost very little wood anyway. Like, the gold discount, say, Portuguese got, for, like, just say, crossbowmen, getting 15% discount on 45 gold is a lot better than getting 15% discount on 25 wood, which is, of course, the cost of the crossbowman. So, yeah, that's all good. Karambits. Decrease the food cost from 30 to 25. Gold cost is unchanged. I'd say the cost of Karambits was definitely a little bit of an issue. It's weird because the unit is so cheap, right? But I felt like the gold cost kind of added up over time, but it's hard to say. You just don't see Karambits used all that often, especially with the bad melee pathing. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think this is going to make the biggest of differences, but, you know, it's better than nothing. Portuguese! As a civilization bonus, all units now cost... Okay, so they got the Korean treatment with 20% less. This is definitely going to be a little bit better. Oh, okay, and then they bumped up the gold cost on caravels. This is just to compensate. I don't know how 34.4 gold is different than 34. I don't know. The game does take into account decimal places. That's why, like, if you're at 49 food and you drop off one food, sometimes it won't go up to 50. But I don't know how that really matters practically. I don't think it should. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely a bit helpful. Portuguese are still really boring, in my opinion. They're just a boring civ. They have the gold bonus, which is nice. It's helpful, but it's not very exciting, I guess. And that's kind of it. Like, in a 1v1, the free cardo doesn't really matter. I mean, it just doesn't matter. On land maps, caravels and Karak don't matter. Arquebus only comes in the super late game. And organ guns they're cool, but that's like it. You have Fetorias, but those are also really situational, so I feel like Portuguese just need another bonus. Maybe that'd make them too overpowered? I don't know. Flaming Camel increased bonus damage against elephants from 80 to 130. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Maybe they're going to be actually useful against elephants, also increasing the blast radius by a lot. Obviously with the radius, I know I'm no math person, but you know, it's the radius squared for a circle, so yeah, that's even bigger. So I don't know, maybe they'll be situationally more useful now. Overall, I would say fairly conservative with the balance changes, but I think that's good, because I don't think there's anything too oppressive right now when it comes to balance. And you can see that it's much more focused on buffing stuff than nerfing stuff. In fact, the only thing that was nerfed were battle elephants, which definitely were kind of OP in team games. Personally, I think that the only problem, like the biggest balance problem to me right now is the Latus, where I feel like the Latus is way too good for the resources you spend on it. But beyond that, I think that overall balance is at least pretty good, and probably in the best spot it's ever been if you look at the history of Age of Empires, which is saying a lot. Like, that's good. That's good. This game's been out for a long time. Map balance. Who cares about infinite resources? The generation of player gold, stone, and other resources has been further adjusted to prevent resources from overlapping or appearing stuck. Good, good, good. That's a lot of changes. Let's look at the ones that are in the map pool. Arabia, okay, has been adjusted to spawn a minimum set distance from each other. Okay. Ooh, so this probably means that you don't get golds and stones right next to each other, which is what makes Tower Rush, like, that's what can make Tower Rushes so oppressive. So that's not even, like, more of a nerf to forwarding, which is probably not what you want. Just because walling is already so strong, so that's, like, even further disincentivizing walling. Huntable animals will no longer spawn directly next to berries. That is just, one player gets free deer or whatever, and the other person gets nada. Yeah, that's fine. Arena. A third gold and second stone deposit have been added as guaranteed forward spawns outside each player's wall. Okay, good. Because I assume this means that you won't get the free gold or stone in the back of your base, which is really, really imbalanced in a super long arena game. So that's good. Huntable animals will no longer spawn directly next to berries. You push deer on arena anyway; it doesn't really matter. BF reducing the number of stragglers. Baltic, I think, is still in the map pool still. Each player is provided with extra golds and stones, rebalancing relics, forest generation, decreased cliffs, with a circular placement and slightly larger starting areas. Okay, so no longer right next to the water. That's all good. Ghost Lake is in the map pool. Just the generation of forest so that starting positions ensure an equal amount of land and forest. That is good. Reduce the density of forest to promote a more open, aggressive battlefield. Good, good, good. Remove the cliffs. That's a big one. Ponds now only appear in the center of the map. Where else were they? Like, what, in the north of the map? I don't know. Far gold and stone resources are now generated per player. Okay. Relics are now generated per player on... they shouldn't, or they should have already done that. I don't know what's up with that. Each player's primary gold mine is now always toward the center of the map to encourage aggressive play. Dang. So yeah, they really want to make Ghost like an aggressive map and not a wall fast castle map. The center pit is now consistently circular on Golden Pit. Player spawns have been balanced. Okay, equidistant. Reduce the density of forest to promote a more open, aggressive battlefield. Good, 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 good. I think Golden Pit is a great map and is better than Gold Rush, except that it was way too easy to wall. And now that it's less easy to wall, it's just a better map in my opinion. So that's great. Extra stone mines have been split from 2 6-tile piles into 4 3-tile piles. Okay, that's fine for Gold Rush. Alrighty. Lots of MR changes. Nile Delta. Pacific Islands. Valley removed the starting deer. Okay, that makes sense. Added more shorefish. That's fine. Now use the circle positioning to make sure the river always spawns as intended. I just assume that's good. DM stuff. That's fine. Here's a big one. We talked about this already, so I'll just go through it very briefly. You now have a preferred map option. So if you want to play Arena, you can click Arena as your preferred map, and you'll get it guaranteed if your opponent also has it. If Arena is unbanned for their opponent, you'll get Arena guaranteed. And if they have, say, Gold Rush preferred, and you also have Gold Rush unbanned, then it's a 50-50 split between Arena and Gold Rush. So in general, you have a lot more control over what map you want to play. This has its big positives, it has its definite negatives, but I already talked about that in a previous video. Also, random civ is now an option. Sick. Additional spectator delay options, sounds good. Okay, also lets you know about server maintenance. Alrighty, so that's just the new 1v1 map pool. That's the new team game map pool. DM, don't really care. Improve the behavior of melee units as they surround and clash tightly packed armies. This is really important. I don't know how good this is going to be. I mean, pathfinding improvements is really vague, right? And that's, I understand why they word like that, but this is the biggest problem with melee units right now, in my opinion, or just pathing in general. Like, yeah, units getting stuck on stuff is really annoying, but like big armies of melee units not doing anything when trying to attack tightly packed armies of archers was really, really bad for like just the competitive like balance and everything. So that's great. Connectivity and community reported issues. All right. And that is it, guys. So first patch in 2 months, a lot of big, more general changes. The civ balance changes, I think, are all pretty good, but definitely on the lighter side. But focusing more on the overall issues that the game is facing right now, which I think is good. Overall, good patch. Obviously, there's always more work that needs to be done, but this is still a good step in the right direction. So that's going to be it, guys. This is going to be the patch, most likely, that all of OBNC will be played on. So let's hope it works well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.